husband took our normal bird feeder and he added a second layer here. This is a little dish thing that I had from the Dollar Tree for like chips and dip or like a veggie platter. The feed that's here was way too big. Like there's peanuts and I don't know, it's like granola, I don't know, it kind of looks like dirt with some seeds in it, but it was too big to come through the little holes up here. So he was just like, oh, do you have a bowl? And then I pulled out a bowl. He's like, that's too big. And then I was like, well, how about this? And I had this little tray, and then he added this plastic thing on top, so when the squirrel leaps from the branch up here, it won't get all the food. I have a feeling it's gonna do it anyway because it's gonna knock all this down, because a lot of times the squirrel leaps onto the top of it and then sits there and eats, and then there's another squirrel down here eating whatever the original squirrel knocked off. How you attached it up here. So he used this wire that he got from Home Depot. This little thing, I don't know what that's called, from Home Depot. He's helping me now. And then the other little hook, don't take it off. It's fine.
You can do that.
Okay. And originally we just had the food hooked up to the top piece. Okay. But he got this cover from Amazon today. And the bird feeder we got at Amazon as well. But he just hung it from the tree, and then I enjoy seeing all the little birds. I feel like Snow White, because we have all kinds of different little birds that come and hang out in the backyard and eat, and then squirrels, and recently we saw chipmunks, and sometimes there are rabbits, and there's some plants over here. He's the gardener, I'm not. I don't know what those are, but the deer will come over and eat those as well. I've seen a fox run through our backyard. So this looks like a giant foresty area, but it's really not like all of ours. Like part of it is ours, but then once you get past the trees, there's kind of like a runoff creek. Then there's a hill. I can't even call it like a meadow, but it's kind of a walkway between over here and over there where the other houses are, and then there's a little retention pond, and it's really cute. We have all kinds of interesting wildlife, but then we're totally a suburb area, because you know you can see our neighbors, but we do have kind of an interesting backyard compared to some of the houses. So anyways, this is our bird feeder. About 10 minutes after walking back in the house to upload the video that I just took, I looked out the window and I saw that the birds were already enjoying the double-decker bird feeder. I don't know if we're going to keep it like this because it's a little unusual and it's more temporary just because that bird feed that we do have is so large. But it made me so happy to see that they were already eating it and enjoying what we are like bird buffet. Poor little squirrel. He's like, how do I get up there? Oh, I think he sees me. He's like, you bastard. I'm sorry, little guy. Stop eating all our food. Look, he's like, how do I get up there now? Oh. Oh, there's a little birdie. Oh, they definitely like the second layer because I've seen a few other birds sit on it. Oh, look, he's in the tree. It's hard to see him up there, but he's up there. Let's see. Oh, and he leaped down. Oh, he fell. I still think we should get the little squirrel feeder that looks like a little picnic table. It looks so cute. I could see him sitting there eating, but he's not happy.
he tried?
Yeah, he's on the ground now. He's foraging for things that have fallen, but the birds were down there earlier eating as well. Come back next weekend and I'll have another video of something else random and unusual that's a little happier than the other videos that I'm making. So have a good weekend.